Hang on a sec.
I'm already started, baby. We live, baby. We live. Welcome, everybody. Answer the call. Oh, shit. Answer the call. There it is. Welcome to the Machine Room Podcast. Hold on. There's a script. Welcome to the Machine Room Podcast, where Hammer, Venus, and I started with a topic and then end up in a deep web of conversation. Let's give it up for your hostess with the mostest. Not me. I'm a piece of shit. Let's give it up for Hammer of Venus. That's right. Come on down, Hammer of Venus. God damn. Look at the crowd going crazy for Hammer of Venus. They're losing their damn minds.
Thank you.
Why does it sound like I heard it in something else? Why does it sound like the Blues Brothers when they go into the stage at the prison?
It does sound like that.
All right, let's bring it down right there. Okay, next time I gotta set that up officially in my soundboard, and that'll be right. It does sound a little bit like The Price is Right, but yes, welcome.
That's where they stole it from.
Probably, I believe it. I believe it. This is the only podcast that is like Seinfeld. It is about nothing, or so I think. I don't know. I don't like the show and heard he's written an asshole prick, so I believe it.
It's about nothing and everything.
There you go. There you go. It's about nothing and everything, but we always have something to talk about. Let's start off gloom and then get a little bit high, happy. Just yesterday, right? Yes, yesterday the word was that Coolio has passed away.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Coolio. You are now officially in gangster's paradise.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Ah, you like that, right? Haha.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. We told a coworker that Amish Paradise is the original, and that Coolio just made a more serious version of it.
We believed you.
I think he did.
Oh my god.
He played he was like, "What's that?" Because he didn't know. So if he didn't know, he must believe. And then he played the whole Amish Paradise song. Been spending most of our lives. But yeah, man. I don't think any word has been put out to, what caused his death or anything like that. 59 is
that old. He's only 59.
Yeah, 59 is still pretty young.
He was older than my mom.
There you go. So I don't know, but rest in peace. He gave us, of course, Gangsta Paradise, and he's very known for the Keenan and Kel intro song.
Yeah.
That we grew up on. Saturday night, Snick was where it was at, and Keenan and Kel was a big staple of that whole thing. After all that,
The spin doc says that he heard he had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack. Damn. I thought I was gonna have that today because I had like a white chocolate mocha, and then afterward I had like an energy drink, and I was asking people like, "You think if I do this back to back, I could die?" They were like, "Whoop, whoop, I don't know about that, brother."
I was the opposite. When I went camping, I almost took 2 sleeping pills. I'm like, I wonder if I would wake up if I took these.
What did you want to? Did you want to just sleep the whole camping trip?
I wanted to be able to sleep because I didn't have my fan, so it was like dead quiet, and I like couldn't sleep. So I was like, I'm gonna take a sleeping pill.
So you sleep with a fan?
I sleep with an air purifier.
So you have that noise that helps you, just like
exactly.
Yeah.
You go camping and you don't hear anything.
But nature
sleep.
It was
dead quiet.
I too was raised with a fan always on, so I got used to that and accustomed to that to falling asleep. Then I had to get used to and accustomed to not having that to fall asleep.
Right. When I went to that Rocklahoma last year, I was trying to sleep and everybody had power generators, like gas power generators, and they were so fucking loud.
Damn. Well, try to
Yeah.
sleep with not try to sleep, but imagine getting woken up by a big ass damn rooster outside your window.
Been there before.
Jesus. Why? Why do these people have that? I do not need it. All right, now that we got the Coolio out the way, and that is very sad. And I mean, he had hits, yeah, like Fantastic Voyage. Been a long and ride
That's my
on a
jam.
fantastic.
Especially the non-radio version
Mm-hmm.
where he cusses.
Of course. Always have the cuss. I hate when I listen to a track and it's like the edited version. Like on the radio, it was cool, And I be, they had some cool like reverb noises and shit, like, And I slap a mother in the face. And I don't like it when it come at me, shit like that. But yeah, it's always an unedited version, especially when it comes to like DMX. I need to hear him cursing. I need to hear him.
Exactly.
I mean, when it's edited though, it's still good because he's all like, "What? Yeah, come on."
This country's all pro murder, but we can't say a few cuss words.
We can't. Slowly,
Fuck that.
Remember when they made a big deal about shit being said on TV?
That was funny.
Yeah.
And then South Park came out of the fucking out the cut and was like, "We're gonna say it like 200 times."
We're gonna beat the record. We're gonna beat the complete record.
That's what was cool about that show, Project Blue Book, on the History Channel. They let them cuss. They said shit and fuck and ass. It was awesome. That show was great.
What was that show about?
Project Blue Book. Aliens and shit.
Oh,
UFOs.
okay. All right, because I was lost. I was like, you tell me, what's Project Blue Book about?
Stuff. It was like the 1960s versions of X-Files.
Oh, so this is like really, really old.
No, it was out just a couple years ago, and they canceled it.
Oh, this is not old. Is it still a thing you could say as, but not asshole?
That's true.
What? That makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's asshole because it's definitive, and you now have a like I could say as, and now you just think about a big, luxurious, glorious ass. But if I say asshole, then all of a sudden you're thinking about the sphincter.
You.
What? I
That's
said
like, it. They let him say damn, but not goddamn.
Well, because you can't put the Lord's name in vain. I believe.
Stupid.
It is stupid. You know what is not stupid? Segue. What's not stupid is we got one hell of a freaking announcement. The internet went crazy. I was seeing it everywhere. People were hitting me up about this, and it was like 2 days of this because the first day was just the announcement. The second day they did a little bit more. But Ryan Reynolds decided to go on the freaking internet and just do a regular freaking video about discussing Deadpool 3 and what he was coming up with and blah blah blah. And we're all here like uh-huh. Then at the very end, he just goes like, hey Hugh, you wanna be in Deadpool 3? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then the world went crazy. Wolverine is officially coming back in Deadpool 3. And for some reason, people have questions. I don't know why, but it is a big announcement, and it is officially the first time. Not only is Deadpool in the MCU, but Wolverine will be in the MCU. What does it all mean?
It means we're about to get some good ass movies.
Are we? Because everybody's complaining that the MCU fell off.
I think anything with Deadpool will bring it back.
Deadpool always falls under his own category, as is Because people's like, how's that work or whatever. It's like, you gotta understand that Deadpool is always a satire and a parody. So it pretty much has leeway to do anything. I'm
Yeah,
curious. I am curious as to see what Deadpool in the MCU means. Like where would it fit in it? Is it still just something like it's a side thing that just, you know, kind of interacts with the main MCU, but is not technically a part of it like it did with the Fox X-Men universe? Or will it actually be integrated into the MCU and be official?
I hope it's integrated because I think Marvel needs something like Deadpool.
Marvel knows they got something with
They
Deadpool.
they just take themselves a little too serious, so they need something that's funny.
Well, remember that they made Thor into something that didn't take itself so serious and people loved it, but then when they
Yeah,
did it again, people didn't like it.
but that's why I like the Guardians of the Galaxy did so well, because there's funny shit in it.
Guardians just started off not taking itself seriously, and people still love it for what it is.
Yes,
So is it because Thor started off being serious? But that's the thing. It started off being serious, and people were like, mid. And then the second one was like, I don't like it. Then when it started being fun, they were like, I love it.
that's weird.
Yet the new Thor starts off with the Guardians of Galaxy. So what is it? I don't get it.
Can't please everybody.
I don't get it. And I need you to watch it. It is officially in our library, in case you didn't know
Oh,
that.
it is.
Yeah.
I
I,
need to watch it then.
I got the steel book. You know, it's already in Disney Plus for all the other people. But I officially put it in the digital library.
Good,
I
good,
need I
good.
need you to see it because I believe that you'll have fun with it too. It doesn't take itself seriously, but it does. It's you have to see because I mean I talked to someone and they were like, this movie is more on the case of Jane and her dealing with what she's dealing with, and also how Thor is recovering from everything he dealt with. He went through a lot of shit.
He sure did.
So, I don't know. But anyways, Wolverine and Deadpool is great. It's great to have this mashup. Deadpool should always be kind of a mashup thing because that's what he was in the comic book. I
Yeah,
I love that this is happening. I love it. I want though a Deadpool Daredevil match like
I do
crossover thing.
too.
Because that was literally my introduction into Marvel comics, not just like Marvel in general. That was mostly X-Men and Spider-Man cartoons, but as in I believe the first Marvel comics I read was a Daredevil Deadpool comic, and that's when I
Mm-hmm.
fell in love with Daredevil mostly, but also Deadpool and Marvel comics in
Nice.
general.
That's what's up.
That's my introduction. But it's big news. It's fun. This is interesting and entertaining. But also on the upside, Marvel also has some drama going on when it comes to the Blade production. Have you heard about this?
I sure did. What's his name? The director left. What's
He
his name?
he said, "Fuck that shit. I'm out."
Marvel Studios' Blade will no longer have director Bassam Torek at the helm. He left.
What happened? That's my question.
I don't know. I feel like this Blade movie is doomed from the start.
Think so?
I do.
Her Marshala Ali is not satisfied with some stuff, and that he wants think he wants to make it a little bit more graphic, more blood and
Uh
fights,
huh.
and they don't want to give it much. And then I think about it, Blade in like technically is not a martial arts character. He's just
Mm-hmm.
a person that fights vampires. When technically we were introduced to Blade by Spider-Man. But when we were introduced to him in a live action format, he was a martial arts like epic movie. You know,
Yes.
it was martial arts against vampires. It was beautiful. It was great, and that is our introduction. And that is the bar of Blade. That is what you want to see in
E-
Blade.
Especially that opening scene where they're at the club and the like slaughterhouse and they have the blood
Mm-hmm.
um what is it, sprinklers. Yeah, and it's playing the fucking New Order,
Mm-hmm.
and then Blade shows up and kills everybody. That's like the coolest shit ever. I was so to this day that scene blows me away.
My favorite shot of that whole scene, probably the whole movie, is just the DJ when he goes ah, you know, he just looks up and the blood's coming down.
Yes.
It was just a beautiful shot. The first and second, that's right. Black shout out to Black Tiger in the freaking chat room. Black Tiger. The first and second Blade are the shit. That's why
Yes.
they were on sale on Voodoo, and I bought just the first and second one. And I was like, should I get Trinity too? Like it has its moments, you know, but it's not really that great. I think Ryan Reynolds pretty much saved that, and Triple H and Dracula
I
at the end.
think
He was like, "Motherfucker, I like that." That was my favorite line in that whole movie.
I love that line.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought about that. How we're like we are conditioned to Blade being a martial arts kind of movie, so nothing is set in stone that this Blade would be the same way. Maybe it'll be taken a little bit more serious, another direction where it's just about really fighting vampires and whatnot. I don't know how it is, especially since the MCU didn't set up anything about vampires. You know,
Not yet.
not yet. The first introduction of Blade already technically was at the ending credits of Eternals, where this one dude finds this spoiler alert, but I don't think anybody gives a shit about Eternals. This one dude finds a chest and he opens it up and it's the sword, and this guy's supposed to be Black Knight or something. I don't know who the character is. And he hears someone say something to him off screen, and then he turns to look, and that voice was apparently Marshall Ali, and that's apparently Blade. That was his first
Oh.
introduction. You don't see him, but you hear him. Again, Eternal still didn't introduce no vampires. You know, it was all about these immortal beings and the fucking what they call celestials and shit like that. So
I got bees on the track.
I don't know where they're going, but regardless, I want to see what happens. But now it's looking bad, you know, like they just lost the director. So who's gonna come in? Who's jumping in? And Marshall Ali, because he's such an Oscar-winning actor, I think he has some pull in the production.
Let's get Michael Bay in there and just have explosion.
That's what I'm talking about. Why isn't Michael Vay? Why isn't Michael Vay? Michael Vay, he's uh who says oy vey?
Oy vey, the
Rocio no está
Jews.
aquí.
I don't know.
Está trabajando todo el día. Sorry about that. I forgot. Anyway, Black Tiger over here saying so vampires aren't immortal. They are immortal, but I'm just saying like there were no vampires touched upon in that movie that I know of. It's not like the Matrix, you know. You could throw Blade in the Matrix because they have vampires in the Matrix. They explain vampires and werewolves and
Yeah.
all that. Did
Speaking
y'all?
of vampires, though, have you seen the previews for Anne Rice's interview with the vampire?
They have a series now, aren't? Don't they?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen anything.
The previews look good, except for I can't stand hissing vampires. It pisses me off so bad.
Nah,
Why would you do that?
because cats do it.
It's so stupid, especially in the underworld movies. Like all of them hiss like that. It's so fucking stupid.
How should they sound?
And not hissing, they should just bite your ass.
Should they go rah? Should they scream in your face?
No,
Ah!
they should just bite you real quick.
Well, maybe you could Google to like why do vampires hiss? You can do that.
Fictional characters. Ow, fuck.
But fictional characters should still have rules. things should still
That's
have
true.
rules. Like George Romero created the rules to the zombies, and then you're free to create any other kind of rules to it. As long as you create your rules to your universe, because it's your universe,
Hmm.
anything goes. You know.
Then I'm gonna write a book about vampires that don't hiss.
There you go. I mean, there was a book series about vampires that sparkle. Them the rules in that universe.
Um, nope, they don't sparkle. They don't go out and during the day. Garlic
I'll
don't do shit.
I'll do one where vampires are on the day because why not?
There you go.
Why
Just
the
make
fuck
sure
not?
they're not glittery. Sparkle vampires.
They are because they just came from a party.
Oh, that's a 90s party with all the glitter.
Yes. Let's
They
see.
just had their makeup done by what's her name? What was Princess Leia's name?
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher. She used to put glitter on people at like Comic Cons and stuff.
Really? Just like blam.
It
I
was like
mean,
a symbol for like mental health and stuff.
I mean, whatever Carrie Fisher wanted to do with me, I would let her.
Exactly, because she's she's the princess.
Yes, and the general too.
Yep, she's also a general because she's a fucking badass.
She is a badass. All right, let's see. It's I'm gonna look. I looked up why do vampires hiss. All right, and I'm gonna read something here that was added 10 months ago on Quora.com by Valentin Koshevyev. Valentin Koshevyev. I think I said that right. I'm not sure. Anyways, this person said it is strictly cinematic. That's all I really need to read. Then it's a long ass paragraph. It's like vampire has been thus locked into a cliche of sounding like a venting steam kettle, likely as a representation of there being an animal side of their character. True, vampiri, that's how exactly how they spell it, like Vampyri, are spirit beings which are tied to the dire primal, being connected to certain unliving symbols of action and reaction, avoiding pure running water, of an unalterable formal observances, such as permission to enter domicile or domicile. Just say house. Why the fuck are we using big words? There there are specific referring to patterns which are many regarding their uniform habits of establishing sanctuary and its protection, selecting the perfect thrall, blah 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 blah. I think Keenan and Kale touched upon the whole why we hissing.
They did.
Yeah, right?
I love that whatever
That episode. That
the
skit.
episode,
That skit.
the skit. Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
You love that skit. I guess it's just a cinematic thing. Then okay, then that's the thing. You set the rules. They don't hiss. What else?
Garlic don't do shit. They don't sparkle.
But you got to keep some of the classic things like stabbing in the heart.
But that would kill anybody.
Right,
That's
right,
not.
right.
That's not just for vampires.
Some are like it has to be a specific like silver or cutting the head
Yeah.
off would do it. Like they're specific, or you just have to burn them. There's some specific rules depending on your universe. You have look when creating a story, you are the god of this story. You
Mm-hmm.
create anything that goes on in this story. It is your universe. So if some nerd be like, excuse me, that is incorrect according to the scientific blah 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 whatever, and you just tell that guy and this is to you, Rachel, because you're creating a book, so you're gonna get
Right.
these people most likely when you're doing your book tour, and someone's so like, according to this man and aliens did, and then you go like, it's my fucking book. I'm the god. It's what I want it to be.
Whatever. I do what I want.
Exactly. Like this is me. This is my universe. I do what
If
I want.
if Anne Rice, not Anne Rice, what's her name? The bitch that wrote Twilight. If she can make them glitter, I can make them do what I want.
There you go. That's your action. That's your reply. That is your reply. If she can make them glitter, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Exactly.
Name the rules. That's why I love like time travel stuff. You can create any rule you want. You know, you can go off the whole Back to the Future kind of rule, or you could go off the whole Endgame kind of rule. You could go off any fucking rule you want. It's your
Mm-hmm.
story. It's your universe. It's your rules. So I hope this motivated anybody listening and you got a story you want to tell, just tell your damn story. I have a story that I had in my mind for like ages, okay? And it involves, I don't know if I want to say it because maybe someone will steal it, but it's some sci-fi thing that is inspired by a lot of other shit, but it involves like let's say it's a mix of Dead Zone mixed with Book of Eli. Let's say it like that.
Oh wow,
Yeah. Let's say it's a Dead
that's
Zone
heavy.
mixed with Book of Eli. This shit has been like this was in my tempo since before I even got on the internet days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like since back then. So it's my universe. The only thing is that, sometimes you got something that you don't know how to end it. You don't know
Mm-hmm.
what the conclusion is or why something happened. Sometimes when it comes to that, you just gotta be like, well, it's just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like there's stuff that it doesn't explain what happened. Like Groundhog Day. Do they even explain why he kept looping?
No, but they also didn't say in the movie how long he had been looping like that, and the writers and creators of it said he was probably there for like decades.
No, yeah. Because here's a way you know it was that long because he learned specific skills
Yeah,
perfectly.
like the piano.
Yeah. You had to be doing that for a long, long time. So this guy was looping forever. Imagine living
Forever.
the same fucking day over and over and over again. Oh wait, that's my life.
That's already happening.
Thank you very much. I'm here all night. So yeah, we went on a little rant right there, but it was it's because we needed to put that in your head that that's happening.
All I want to say is we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Oh, nice. Nice. Everybody give it up for Rachel, giving you words of wisdom. Even I couldn't come up with that. Oh, beautiful. As she takes a swig of what is that?
It's Mountain Dew.
Is it the Mountain Dew?
Just Mountain Dew.
Oh, just Mountain Dew. I thought it was a specific one from Taco Bell. I already forgot what it was called.
No, I just get regular.
No, you get regular. No, I get the what I used to get the other thing. Black Tiger over here. Oh, the Bill and Ted rule. The Bill and Ted rule is hilarious. I love the Bill and Ted rule.
What's that?
Well, like remember they were in the office. It's like, okay, what if you tell yourself to leave the whatever there in the bucket there, blah blah, and then all
Oh
of a sudden it's
yeah.
there because you already said it. So does it happen? And it's gonna, it's. But yeah, you see how that rule fits in there. It's complicated as hell. It makes no damn sense, but it's funny and it's part of the Bill and
Mm-hmm.
Ted rule.
Exactly.
Also, how does like if you think about the third movie, how are they going forward to find out about the song if they had left in the past? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
Yeah. But do we care?
No.
Exactly. It's the universe, the rules. It's hilarious. It's funny. Black Tiger said, I had a post apocalyptic story in my notes, but there's so many PA stories now, especially with the C strain and Mpox.
Yeah, we're getting that TV show based on the game. Um, with the Mandalorian. Last of Us. Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, we're getting that. That's gonna be all post-apocalyptic too.
You had me confused, man. Because he was like, we're getting a TV show based on the game from The Mandalorian. And I was like, what game in the show The Mandalorian? I haven't heard about this.
I'm gonna learn today.
Yeah, The Last of Us is getting a TV series. I have not seen the teaser or the trailer or anything like that because I just want to watch it raw. Plus, I kind of already know the story. I played the first game.
See, I haven't played any of the games. I just know it's in like a zombie apocalypse, and they're apparently the Last of Us.
It's a really good. It's a really good story. I have to give it to that game. It's a really good story. I, however, am not one of the few that just glorify the hell out of the game and believe it should have constant remakes and additions and stuff, you know? Like, it happened. It's great. There's no reason for you guys to keep remastering it over and over again, you know? Just let it be. But
It is what it is.
yeah, I am excited to see that show. It's gonna be a good one. Uh, Something that was announced as a show was the Armored Wars of Marvel, but now they're saying they're not gonna make it a show. It's gonna be an official movie.
Oh, really? I haven't heard
Yeah,
anything about that.
that was announced today, not so long ago. So, or earlier today, they announced that
Wow.
Armor Wars is gonna be a movie now, not a Disney Plus series, and I'm all for that. But what I
I
am
don't know. I don't know what that is, so.
Armor, well, it's basically like Iron Man related.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll have War Machine and
Yes.
Ironheart, which is that the young female Iron Man chick,
Mm-hmm.
and who knows who else, but it's supposed to be like a whole bunch of them and find each other or something. I don't know. I never read Armor Wars, but you know me, I'm all for anything related to that.
Just
And
get the graphic novel.
yeah, and it'll be good because yeah, we don't got Tony Stark. I mean, we could. He even said so himself. Like, I don't know if it's real or not, but someone screenshotted a tweet by Robert Downey Jr. He said like, "Oh, the Wolverine coming back from the dead. That doesn't sound so bad." You know, like he could come back, which technically he could come back. Any of them could come back.
I like that somebody said that, with the multiverse now, that they could have another Iron Man and he could be played by Tom Cruise.
Yeah, which a lot of people were hoping and thought he was gonna be in a multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
So, and the possibilities are endless, and that's why we're getting Wolverine and Deadpool 3. And
If the possibilities are endless, then I was on Twitter yesterday and they were talking about an Amazing Spider-Man 3. I'm like, please God, make this happen.
that should happen because people were on his nuts now. You know who was on his nuts before? You and I.
Since day one.
Since day one, just rubbing his balls. I fucking love
They,
Amazing. I love Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know why people don't. I love Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't
I
get it.
love I love both of them. I like the first one more because it was like just him and Lizard. And it was a good origin story. And then 2 was just like off the walls.
I love the off the wall. Plus, I love the suit in 2 more.
Yes. I do too.
The suit in 2, I had beef with the first suit, like, but I loved him as Spider-Man. He was
He's a
fantastic.
perfect fucking Spider-Man
Perfect.
and Peter Parker.
He plays him perfectly.
I just like Andrew Garfield, period. He's a good actor. And he
He
did
is.
that Mel Gibson movie, um,
The war one.
Hacksaw Ridge.
There
Hacksaw
you go.
Ridge. That movie's the shit.
The ending made everybody mad, but people. I mean, it, it happened in the comics. But it was sad. It was sad. But that's what. That's what. No Way Home. Like it. It was something that we didn't know was gonna pay off years and years later in
Mm-hmm.
another movie that we never expected to happen with all of them together. So for that to happen in Amazing Spider-Man 2, the death of Gwen Stacy, the payoff in No Way Home is so much sweeter.
Yes.
So fucking sweet. It was beautiful. And I think that alone is why Andrew Garfield like agreed to it. I think I could be wrong, but I think he loved that. That he was like, hell yeah. Though I think he would have done it regardless because he loves being Spider-Man.
Exactly.
I don't know what I
He's
think. You think money just made Tobey Maguire come back? He just seemed like he doesn't like things, you know?
I'll pick the next Spider-Man, and he's gonna be Miles Teller.
There you go.
Speaking of which, I have not seen the new Top Gun Maverick movie.
Likewise, I have not. I know it's out there digitally, so it is possible for me to see it. I will not watch it until I watch the first one again. I haven't seen that since
Oh God, yes.
I was a kid or whatever.
In that soundtrack, though.
Yeah, and I heard that the second one is long as hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone at work told me it was like 3 hours. So I'm gonna have to really be in the mood to watch it. I definitely want to watch it here in my living room because I heard like it was meant to be seen in the theater. So this is the closest thing I got. Also, Bullet Train is digital right now, and I've been dying to see that fucking movie.
I don't think Top Gun even played at the theater here.
Well, Tom, you should tell Tom Cruise because he'll be pissed off because he wanted his movie in every theater. I'm pretty sure Tom Cruise would like personally drive to your area and be like, build a movie theater right here so my movies can be played. I would not release the next 2 Mission Impossible movies until this theater has it available.
I'm all about that because they need to get their shit together. They only have 4 rooms and they only operate with 3. So usually you have a choice of 2 to 3 movies.
That's some small town shit.
It is.
Out here, we got bajillion theaters.
I bet you do.
So many choices.
You don't live in a rural area.
I don't. My brother's moving back here and he wants to move way outside of Chicago in some rural area. I'm like, make sure there's stuff around you though, because don't just be in the, Bufu, Egypt, and there's no Walmart near you or Target or something.
Oh, that sucks. When I lived up in the like real rural mountains, it used to be like a 45-minute trip to Walmart one way. So that was like your whole day was driving down the mountain, going to Walmart, and driving back.
Jeez. Well, you gotta love the commute.
Yep.
I'm a city
After
boy.
a while, it gets old.
It does, I bet. Yo, D Extreme over here got a good little thing. He's like, do you think the No Way Home spell actually sent out T'Challa to another universe instead of him actually dying? So years from now, Marvel will have an excuse to recast Black Panther with the excuse that it's not our Black Panther. No, I think Wakanda Forever will touch that he died. And I think you can recast Black Panther because there's multiverses.
But isn't there multiple Black Panthers too?
There is. So
there you go.
We just have to wait to see the movie. I don't care who is Black Panther as long as they do a good job. It's sad we don't have a Chadwick Boseman anymore. He is the definitive Black Panther. He gave us a great run and he would never be replaced, just like other people who play iconic characters, Michael Keaton, Christopher Reeve, the list goes on. But remember, from those other people, we had other great performances. Christian Bale. I think Val Kilmer did well. I think Ben Affleck is one of the best when it came to Batman. Every Superman.
He's my Batman.
Yeah. And every Superman to me has killed it. All right? Every Superman is fantastic. So I have faith that we will have a great Black Panther and the wheels will keep on going.
Well, allegedly, at the end of Black Adam's Henry Cavill Superman is supposed to come back.
And I hope, okay, because I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. All
Me
right,
too.
I'm gonna wear a button T-shirt and I'm gonna have my Superman shirt underneath. And
Oh,
if
there you go.
Henry Cavill pops up, I'm ripping that shit up open and showing the S on my chest.
I'm gonna do that with my hoodie. Just unzip it.
There you go. I want it. I have to have it because what's the other purpose? It's either that or Shazam shows up. Something's gotta happen.
Yeah.
You gotta make that connection. All right, so I'm gonna quickly touch upon other stuff. I mean, time is running low. This is just a quick little thing.
Oh, we
That
got
Google,
time today.
we got time.
Yeah, we got time today.
All right, well, so did you hear that? I don't know if anybody did. I think I tried it when it first came out. The Google Stadia is being shut down.
Is it really?
Yep.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah. Who didn't see that coming, right?
Well, it was like nobody wanted it. And number two, nobody knew how it worked.
But the moment, like after it came out, everybody was doing it too. You could do cloud gaming with the Game Pass and such.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, at least they started a revolution and whatnot. For adults, if you know, if you want to be brought back to your childhood and get excited, it all depends on what they give away too. McDonald's is planning on doing adult Happy Meals.
Really? What's that?
Just Happy Meals for adults. I don't know what's gonna be in them, but I just know that
20-piece chicken nugget.
I just know adult Happy Meals are coming. It depends on what kind of toys you're gonna give me. You know what's gonna
Yeah.
be in this adult Happy Meal.
It's gonna be like lube and condoms and spermicide.
Goddamn! Can I get the boys adult Happy Meal, please, and make it a double?
The girls is gonna have like dental dams.
McDonald's out here making sure that people have safe sex.
Yes.
I'm
They're
all for
anti-Christian. Or anti-Catholic, I mean.
Are they?
I don't know. They should be. I'm gonna
Uh,
buy McDonald's and make it anti-Catholic.
there you go. Eat all the meat. Do you, Black Tiger? Do you think the multiverse thing just might get confusing? To many people, yes. To non geeks, yes. Hell, there's people I know that thought DC and Marvel movies were connected.
Who the fuck?
Exactly. There's people out there that don't follow. And you know what? That sucks for them. But for
Mm-hmm.
us, we follow. And that's what matters. So if you can't follow, then step your game up, get with the program, follow. It's not that hard to follow. But
What did he say in Idiocracy? Lead, follow, or get out of the way?
exactly. And I do my best to try to get people on the right track. I remember there's people I met and I was like, yeah, you never seen a Marvel movie? They go like this. And then I started them on the fucking thing, or they'll come ask me, like, especially when it comes to Star Wars, like, hey, I want to start watching this. How should I watch it? And I'll tell them, well, you can watch it this way, you can watch it that way, or whatever. You want to watch MCU movies? Here's the list of the MCU stuff you need to watch.
That's a long list.
That is a long list, but if you got the dedication, then fucking go with it, baby. Go with it. Were you a fan of the movie Now You See Me?
I've never seen any of those movies.
Ooh, I highly recommend it. Now, I say you should try to watch them. They're good, and I just mentioned it because it's been officially confirmed. I mean, it's already like I looked into it and they said they were gonna do it, but it's been officially confirmed that Now You See Me 3 is gonna happen, and the director from Zombieland, Ruben Fleischer, I hope I
Mm-hmm.
didn't murder his name, has taken the helm with a fresh script by the Lego Batman movie writer Seth Graham Smith.
Well, damn.
Mm-hmm. Uh, these movies I need to watch the second one again. I only saw the first. I saw the first one again. All right, and I haven't seen it since then. So it was sweet. When you don't watch something for a long time, you kind of forget everything.
Yeah.
So I was totally, and that's what's great. Like, don't watch. I mean, I love watching my favorite movies over and over again. I know what's happening. I remember everything, but it's always great to not watch something in a long period of time, and then you feel like you're watching it for the first time ever.
I
And you,
love that feeling.
and you get that rush. So I kind of wanted to watch this. I need to watch the second one again. But yeah, I highly recommend Now You See Me. It's magicians meet heist, and it's good. It's clever.
I I saw this YouTube video about why the second one was such trash, and they like broke down why that movie sucked. So I know
Damn.
things about it.
Well, I have to watch it again, but from what I remember, was it?
Oh
But
shit!
that's me.
You know what movie I watched the other day and I was just in total utter bliss? I think it was yesterday. It was Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, Final Destination 2,
The dose.
the unedited version. So it was
Oh,
like murders and deaths and blood and
oh
guts,
shit.
bombs.
Damn.
It was epic.
Damn.
I'm used to watching it on like, the Sci-Fi Channel or something like that, and they take out everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. I mean, because it's TV, so they gotta edit it. Unless you're watching it straight off of some cable. What did Black Tiger say? She saw the first one. What? Now You See Me, and found out the actress in the water tank almost drowned for real. Ooh, shit.
Yeah, I did read about that.
Yeah, that did look like it was a little serious. But
I'm not
when
getting in there.
you're trying to be the perfect for your craft, you try to sell it real good. No wonder it
I
looked real.
always, I always wonder, like, what kind of safe words do they have for stuff like that? Or, like, you
Cucamonga.
know, do you, like, knock on the glass and, like, secret code or something to not drown? People
Well,
getting choked in a scene, do they, like, like, what is their trigger to be like, okay, I'm done?
there's a ref that comes out when you're getting choked, and then he's like holding your arm. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. They're out. They're out. Ring the bell. Ring the fucking bell. Here's something that's like art or life imitating art. Do you remember? Okay, of course you remember. Everybody loves The Fifth Element, correct?
Oh, God, it's one of my favorite movies.
Remember the time when that one dude used a roach to try to spy on the president
Yes,
and
on the
hear in?
president.
Yeah. Well, apparently scientists created a remote control cyborg cockroach.
I gotta have one.
So watch out, everybody. Make sure there's no roaches around you because you could be listened on. Listened
We don't get
in
roaches up here. It's too cold.
to roaches said, "Fuck you guys." It's cold.
I'm not going up there. It's too damn cold.
That's something right there.
The only thing we get that sucks is flies.
Big
And they're
flies.
like big horse looking flies.
Do they have perfect mane?
They should.
And do they go? There you go. Make
No,
your
but they got some
vampires.
big ass eyes.
Make your vampires go.
Make them bark. That's what get like the underworld movies. Like, oh, if the vampires hiss, why didn't the werewolves bark?
Mm. Oh, they growled, didn't they?
They growl, yeah.
Did you hear about this marketing campaign with Smile?
No, what marketing I've seen the previews for it.
So Smile have hired actors to be at sport games and sit in front of where the camera's at and just stand there smiling at the camera
For what now?
for the movie Smile.
They stare in the camera. What camera?
The camera of the sport game. Like if let's say the camera is on the batter, right? At a baseball game.
Oh,
All
like
right.
where people are just filming stuff?
Yeah, like no, like on broadcasted. There's footage. There's is the pitcher's mound onto the bat, and then you see the crowd in the back, and they'll have one person there. And this one footage is a woman actually wearing a yellow T-shirt. It just says "smile," and she's just smiling directly into the camera, and it looks creepy as hell.
I
And they
like it.
and they placed actors in all other games and had them smiling. So there's like footage of people like just recording these people smiling, or there's footage of actual broadcasts of them just back there just smiling. That's some marketing.
That's fucking epic.
That's some marketing. They look creepy as hell. That's
Now I
also
gotta
got
watch that movie.
right. I'm interested. I am interested. That's also gotta be a very painful job. Have you ever held a smile for a long period of time?
I can't do it. My face hurts.
Actually, my cheeks are hurting right now thinking about it.
I'm just glad that I'm able to smile again, and just like to take a moment to say that like most of last year I had a lot of dental work. Even though you can't see it, it's there. So I can actually smile and stuff again, which is really nice.
Let's give it up for Rachel. She got them pearly whites. Y'all didn't see it, but I saw her smiling right in my face. And it's lovely. That's good. I'm glad about that. My mom's a little self-conscious now because she lost a front
Really?
tooth.
Oh no.
Yeah, but my brother said he's gonna help her like get something there. But
Get an implant.
yeah, that's all she needs.
Yeah.
My father was the same way. He had teeth missing on, I don't remember if it was his left or right side. So he wore like some dentures or whatever. So I remember him taking it out at night, and it was just those teeth on the side.
Yeah.
No
I
big.
think the movie Smile, I think it's gonna be like that movie Fallen with Denzel Washington.
Ooh, remember that? Ooh.
Where the demon keeps switching bodies.
That was a good one.
That is a good one.
That
It's
was a good one.
long as shit, but it's good.
I'm gonna try to remember, and I'll probably do it. You know what? I'll probably do it in the spook chamber this coming October. I'm gonna watch, what was it called again? Malignant?
Fallen. Malignant. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was so
That
fucking
was the
good.
shit.
That was
Especially that
surprisingly
whole
good.
police station scene.
Yes.
Oh my god, I was like in heaven.
So surprisingly good, man. That was a good
So awesome.
that movie should continue. Another movie I wish would continue, like get a third one, is that Happy Death Day. I don't know if you've
Oh
seen that.
yeah, I need to see those too.
Yeah, they're really surprisingly good. They marketed as horror, but they straight up sci-fi, and it's beautiful. Oh shit! Look! They have the poster of the Treehouse of Horror premiere October 30th on Fox Channel.
Yes.
And so far, one of it looks like Death Note.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think they're gonna do a Death Note. That's interesting.
Did you hear about this thing online about Dean Cain that played Superman in Lois and Clark in the 90s? He was throwing a fit on Twitter that he had to wear a mask on an airplane, and people just fucking went off on him.
Yeah, Dean Cain has been. It's messed up when your heroes. Dean Cain and Kevin Sorbo too. Like,
Yeah.
I love you, Hercules. Why are you making me not like you?
Isn't he doing like pro-Christian movies now?
He's doing something. I know there was some video I saw either this morning or yesterday where he was talking and complaining about how he's pitching stuff to Netflix, but they don't want nothing to do with him because blah 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 blah. These are the same people who blame everybody. Like they blame they are being held back because of their opinion and all this other crap. It's like, I mean, I guess you have a right to an opinion, but sometimes an opinion can be god awful.
Well, it can be like the mark of death with some industries and jobs and stuff like that. Like, if somebody came out and was like, "Oh, I hate all Polish people," then, you know, they're gonna kind of push you away like 6-foot pole. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay, we really don't want that.
Sometimes you should just keep your opinions to yourself. But do you think anybody should have, like, anybody back then when it was the fucking, you know, Nazis coming in, they had these opinions like, oh, they they have the right to their opinion. You think anybody should. You think people should? No, they should have been like, "Yo, something's not right here. I don't think we should be killing all Jews."
No, that was a big trigger, like red flag right there. The people should have been like, okay, these guys aren't up to any good.
But it is crazy that it went that way. You know, and that's the thing. I think that's the. I know we're going right. This is how the machine room is. We just go off tangent and go into stuff. We talk like entertainment, but right now we're gonna get to something. The thing that I don't think these people understand is that it's the fear of something like that happening again.
Exactly.
There's all these opinions, and that people rile up against these opinions, and then it just happens to just go through without anybody you know, logically knowing that it's evil. The fact that a party came in and blamed all one race and got them basically massacred and genocide shouldn't have happened, really, because human beings should have the fucking common sense to be like, yo, this is wrong. But
But
it
it wasn't
happened.
just the Jews. They were they had propaganda stuff against black people and other religions, Americans. Germany used to be pretty liberal as far as like, gay culture and trans people and stuff like that. When the Nazis took over, they got rid of all that shit. They burned their books and their manuscripts.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
And they killed gay people. And that doesn't get talked about, but it's true. Like they were trying to wipe out anybody that wasn't Aryan.
And the same thing happened in Rwanda.
Yeah.
And that was within their own people. It was just two different factions, two different quote unquote clans or something, tribes or whatever. And then this is the same thing that happens in like Palestine or whatnot.
Yeah.
It's stuff that common sense should not happen, but it's happening. So why do you think in America people are on an uproar that there's one man who has created a very uncomfortable religious following and ideal, and then they get mad that we are mad at them for their opinion.
Right.
It's okay if you're like, okay, I'm voting for this guy because I voted for this guy, but I'm not that deep. Then it's like, all right, you're cool. But if you're voting for this guy and then you believe like, oh, that this, we gotta change this and these fucking guys and blah blah blah, and then it's like, all right, no, something's wrong, buddy. Something's wrong. I especially hate that people think like anybody who voted for Biden is all up on his nuts. It's like, no, we're not. We just
I
we don't worship the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I just didn't want us to, with that, hardcore right wing supremacy kind of people, their ideals are really scary. And not to say that hardcore, liberals aren't scary sometimes too.
Yep.
But the right wing ones, like, especially when they did that January 6th Inception,
Uh-huh.
that was straight out of fucking Handmaid's Tale. The
That
book and the show. And that scared the fuck out of me because I was like, if they get in there and kill all of Congress and stuff like that, that's going to be right out of the book.
Yep.
And that's the way those people believe. They want to get rid of abortions and gays and racial weddings and all kinds of shit.
I'm sorry we got deep with you guys. I'm sorry we got a little political, and I'm not even a political guy, but it's just
It's not even
true.
about being political. It's about truth and honesty. Anybody that's an extremist like that is fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that need to be put on like terrorist watch lists because they
Uh-huh.
are in extremist groups like that.
You gotta keep an eye on people. People are crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, have you guys been watching this Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix? That should tell you something. I
I
haven't. My
need to
girl
watch
is.
it.
Yeah, it's all over the place. My girl is watching it. I haven't been watching it, but yeah, it looks good. From the little bit I peeked at.
The girl that does the Nerds with Vagina page, they got taken down from Facebook. She said she couldn't finish it because it was too long.
The Dahmer show?
Yeah,
How long is it?
I don't know, but apparently there's like 10 episodes, and I
That's
think
not
they're
long.
like an hour each.
Long at all. It's just called Dahmer. Oh,
Yeah,
Monster. No, Dahmer. Monster. The different. What's it called? The fuck is it called? Because I see different things here. It's like Dahmer and then Monster. Dahmer. And Dahmer.
Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
why
just
does
looked it up.
Netflix here have like really big Dahmer and then underneath Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story?
They did that with that other documentary they had about Woodstock '99.
Mm-hmm.
It had like two different names, and they had one that had a cuss word in it, and then they had a regular one.
Interesting. 10 episodes is not long. Come on.
Now I could probably watch it tonight.
Yeah, you just watch an episode a day or anything. People, you don't have to binge it all like crazy. Understand that the what do we discussed this that we have the luxury of watching anything at our leisure now. Okay?
Most things.
Well, I mean, regardless, at a point, even if something is shown weekly on TV, eventually it becomes available to stream whenever at your own leisure.
Yeah.
So these are things that wasn't possible back then. You had to watch it when it happened. Now it's like, hey, my backlog of stuff to watch is huge,
Oh,
but
my shit's ridiculous.
exactly, but it's okay because we have all the time in the world. You know, the universe, allows it for us to watch it. Unless you are told like, hey man, you got like 1 week to live. You're like, fuck, man, I still haven't
I'm
finished
I'm
this
watching
season,
everything.
and that's like I'm just locking myself in the room. I gotta finish all this shit. I gotta finish Cobra Kai. I gotta finish the Lock and Key. I gotta finish. I don't know. I gotta hold this stuff.
I want to watch Blade Runner Black Lotus because I love Blade Runner.
I want to watch that. I want to watch the Cyberpunk series that's happening right now. Me and my girl trying to finish Russian Doll season 2. Only got
Hmm
2 episodes left.
Speaking of which, HBO Max, since they've now merged with Discovery, they're taking even more stuff off of HBO Max, and one of
Pissing
them
me
is
off.
the Black Lotus show
Pissing me off once
and
again.
animes,
They
the Shinmu.
pissing me off. Pissing me off. Number 1, I haven't even watched Shenmue yet. Okay? It's another one that's on my list. Number 2, I feared this. I feared this because Shenmue has that track record. You had the first game. The second game was it was released, and you know I had a brain fart. The second game was released, and we didn't even know that was gonna happen. And then it took like 20 years, I don't know how long, until the third game happened,
Right.
and we don't even know if the fourth one is gonna happen. And now you're telling me that a series that is the best way to do this and tell the whole story is not gonna continue? Come on, man.
That's
Apparently,
bullshit.
yeah, apparently people loved it. It was getting a positive reaction. It's got to be, the hope is that someone gets it somewhere,
Yeah.
and that's where I hold on to that somehow someone gets it somewhere. The same thing when you showed me the, what was it, Paper Girls, how Amazon decided
Yeah.
to scrap it.
After one fucking season.
Yeah. And I was into it. I dedicated myself to finally read the comics I had. I read all that. I started the series. I compared the comics to the series. I, you know, it had a tough little beginning, but it got there, and I was involved and I was invested, and I want to see where it goes. And now you're gonna tell me that it's not gonna go anywhere? Possibly.
Donkey shit.
The story of my life. Story of my life is donkey shit. But HBO Max, I don't know what they're doing. I saw some videos saying that when the merger happened, they promised something, but they're not they're not giving what they're promised, and now they want to do a countersuit or some shit like that because they're doing too many things that they never said they would do. And I think it's because they're removing so many people and shows.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
But have you heard, speaking of Blade Runner, they're supposed to be making a series based off of Blade Runner 2049. It's supposed to be like a sequel to it.
Mm-hmm. I heard about that.
That needs to happen.
I'm all for it. Blade Runner is a beautiful, fantastic universe. Blade Runner is practically the godfather of a lot of sci-fi stuff we watch.
Yeah,
You
like
know.
anime and sci-fi and
Mm-hmm.
robotics.
Mm-hmm. The game Cyberpunk would not have happened if it wasn't for like Blade Runner.
Oh yeah.
You know, these are stuff, and yeah, it's some people have to give like credit to stuff like Alita Battle Angel to the
Mm-hmm.
cyberpunk kind of genre because it was like the godmother of such category. But yeah, Blade Runner, I'm all for Blade Runner, and I also till this day still want and hope that Disney will freaking open their eyes and see that Tron is a big potential franchise.
I still haven't seen any Tron movies, and I have the Tron soundtrack.
Legacy is the shit. I love Legacy. Oh man, the potential that you could do now, but they're not doing anything. You got to
I
dig in
wonder
there.
why.
I don't know. They focus on Star Wars and Marvel.
Fucking Star Wars.
Fucking Star Wars with their
Have you seen
Andor.
Andor yet?
I've watched the first episode.
Okay. Was it good?
Yeah, it's good. I need to. It premiered with 3 episodes, so I need to watch the other two
Mm-hmm.
to really get it. But no, it's good. People are calling it like one of the best series, and considering that the people behind Rogue One, which is definitely the best Star Wars movie, yeah, I'm really intrigued to continue watching the rest. But yeah, I see it because you're just in this story of one guy and starting a rebellion. I mean, it's gonna lead to starting a rebellion, but right now it's like not even about that. Right now, it's just about him trying to not get in trouble for something. But yeah, no, I definitely see it. How it's shot, the pacing, everything. It's a good show, and that's what's good
Like
about Star Wars
that
series.
mean actor guy looks really weird without facial hair.
What's his name? I forgot his name already. De Luna, something de Gabriel De Luna? No,
Yeah,
something like that.
something like that.
Something like that. I just know De Luna. I just know De Luna and
Is
this
he
cat over
is
here,
he
like big head.
Spanish?
Yeah. He's I believe he's Mexican, I believe.
He looks Spaniard to me.
Andor cast member Diego Luna. Oh,
There you go.
they took out De because his name was De Luna, from what I remember. He's 42. Damn, he older.
I didn't
No,
know he's that old.
his name really is Diego Luna Alexander.
Not Alejandro.
I could have swore I remember him being called De Luna, but I guess it's just Diego Luna. Yeah, Mexico. Born in Toluca and raised in Mexico City.
Oh, he's Mexican.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. His mother, Fiona Alexander, was a British costume designer of Scottish and English descent. Hey, so he's mixed. She died in a car accident when Luna was 2. Ooh.
Oh, that sucks.
His father, Alejandro Luna, is a theater, film, and opera set designer who reinforced the importance of theater and the arts in his life. Alejandro will bring Diego to the sets and mentor him in different aspects of art, cultivating a desire to become an actor and uphold the family tradition. Luna and his frequent co-star, Gael Garcia Bernero, I know him too, were friends from infancy. Their mothers were close friends.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep.
That is deep. Well, there you go. Look. There's some freaking Scottish English this guy.
It's my people right there.
Yeah. He was in The Terminal, Y Tu Mama También, Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights. He's a great actor. He's a great actor.
He's good.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
like to see him and stuff.
that Super Pets movie is on HBO now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I
Oh
found that
shit,
out.
I need to watch that.
I found that out recently.
It's on where now?
HBO.
HBO, okay.
Yeah, HBO Max.
Can watch that because The Rock is the shit. And it
The-
has Keanu Reeves.
The Rock. If you smell, don't forget to go watch Black Adam because The Rock. I like everything The Rock do is like, hey, this is The Rock and we're having a great time. And here's a fan who's been waiting for me outside. Hey, how you doing, fan? Yeah, this is great. All right, don't cry. It's all good. All right, bam, bam. And make sure you go see Black Adam October 20th or whatever.
That was
guy.
an amazing video.
Yeah, right. That was sweet. That was sweet of him. That's what you should
Yeah.
do, man. Don't. That's what you should do. And I feel like sometimes actors would do it like if it's like a female or whatever, not a male. But I think it doesn't depend. It doesn't matter what genre, what age. Be nice to these people who support you and making you famous. For real.
Exactly.
Be fucking nice. Don't be a dick.
I remember when I met the band Incubus, the bass player was a dick to me.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, okay, well, it put like a, you know, a sore subject about listening to Incubus after that. I haven't listened to him in forever.
You made me sad there. I was hoping you wouldn't say the lead. Maybe the lead singer's nice.
He's very nice. Him,
okay.
the drummer, the guitar player, they're very nice.
Okay. So fuck that other guy, but the lead singer's nice, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, he's cool as shit.
Him over there, like, how do you do it? Better than I ever knew.
My dude.
My guy. Everybody listen to some Incubus and Coolio. And then do it.
What?
Incubus Coolio mashup.
You have to watch the director's cut of Daredevil.
Watch. We cannot emphasize this enough. Watch the director's cut of Daredevil. Trust me, it's life changing. It's a whole different experience. And
it's a whole different movie.
It's a whole different movie. It's good. Watch it. Okay. If you see Coolio, then it's good, yo.
Then that's the version to watch.
That's the one right there. Plus, it
and
was
watch,
music of the time.
Watch the final cut of Blade Runner, just cause.
Just know that there's a lot of just dragging out in the movie, but it's good visually.
It's good.
I remember taking LP to go see. It's like, yo, man, trust me, man. This movie this movie created the sci-fi genre, and then just realizing that there's just long takes and shots and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, I forgot it dragged out. But you know what else did that? Ghost in the Shell.
And that movie is the shit.
But it also drags out a lot, but it is beautiful.
I love Ghost in the Shell and Ninja Scroll, X.
Yes.
Wicked City.
Definitely.
Akira. I ran out.
You like Akira?
Akira, yes, thank you.
Yeah. Don't call it the Godfather of anime.
That movie's the shit too.
It's not, but it's one of them.
Didn't it come back to theater again?
I don't know. I do know I got the anniversary. The animation or live action? We're talking about Ghost in the Shell.
The anime. Yeah. I liked the movie too. I didn't know why people shit on it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, me too. I don't hate on the live action.
I don't, that whole backlash that she wasn't Asian. It's like, well, the character in the show didn't look Asian in the anime.
Yeah. But the movie, look, I couldn't try to defend it. The character was still Asian, but remember that she was in the new body. The body was robotic. Yeah. It's all that stuff right there. Yes, okay, so they got Scarlett Johansson. You got to put somebody there that'll put people in seats. We don't have an Asian-led market yet in Hollywood, but that is changing, okay? That is going to change. We have Simu Liu. That's how you say his name. We have fucking Shang-Chi now. This guy made money. He is this character. He's gonna bring people to seats. Ming Na Wen has been known for like decade and is still out there doing things. She could bring people to seats. Michelle Yeoh headlined uh anything, what is it? Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
She headlined that movie. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful movie, and if you guys haven't seen it, see it, please, cuz
Praise.
it's different. It's something you never experienced in your life. Lucy Liu was headlining stuff. The possibilities are out there, okay? But I understand the whole whitewashing kind of thing and blah blah blah. I mean, you either take a product and make it like it is, or you take a product and you adapt it for Western audience. It's either or, people. It's either or. If they wanted to make a live action movie, then they should have. I mean, this was kind of tied in with the Asian what was it, Japan, because they had like
Mm-hmm.
they had what's his name, man? He played the freaking chief or whatever, and he was a big star from over there in Japan. Fuck, I forgot his name, man. It's not Takashi Miike. Is it Takashi Miike? No, that's the director of like Ichi the Killer and Dead or Alive. I already forgot his name. Anyways,
You watch all those Asian movies.
yeah. So they had those things, but you gotta understand, like, then Japan makes their own movies too. They made live action Rurouni Kenshin and Attack on Titan and Death Note, and they're fantastic movies. Can you bring that over here and get like such a big numbers in the theaters? Probably not. Only from a keen market. Now though, it's different because you can make $20 million at the box office and in theaters, and you're a hit, because we're in a era where movie going is not as big as it used to be, you know, because of the
Now,
since the
when I
pandemic.
went back to Texas, um, what was it, a couple weeks ago for the Rammstein show?
Mm-hmm.
One of the theaters, like a huge theater, like 16 or 18 rooms, was closing down because of COVID.
Do you remember
Yeah,
what theater was? I think there is a theater chain that's like going bankrupt. I think
yeah.
it's Regal. Was it
You
Regal?
think it's Regal?
I
It
think it
might
was.
be. But yeah, it's sad. Like a place I used to go to the movies a lot, it's just not going to be there anymore, or it's going to be something else.
It's different times. You have to have something huge to make people go
Mm-hmm.
and fill up these seats. And this is something that even before the pandemic, that Hollywood and such were trying to figure out by having specific gimmicks, like
Mm-hmm.
3D and such, and having like the 4D experience with chairs or whatever, and IMAX and all. They were having something to try to make you, okay, we got to go over here to experience this. But we're in a different time period where now you could have this whole kind of experience at home,
Mm-hmm.
and everything's available at home even faster. And movies are available since the pandemic. Movies have been available at home quicker than ever before. I just mentioned how Bullet Train is digital. Bullet Train came out like what, 2 months ago or something?
Right.
Now, not even too long ago. So it does bring me to the point where I'm like, all right, I either see this movie this weekend, or I just fucking wait until it comes out on digital.
Yeah, or to
Hey,
some streaming like um Netflix or HBO Max or something like that.
mm-hmm. Like the Monster was I thought it was gonna be in theaters, but they were like in theaters
Nope.
and Netflix. So okay,
I'm not gonna watch it.
oh, I am, because I'm planning to roast it like crazy.
I hate fuck the shit out of that movie.
But like I said, it's a different time. and if a movie's making like 20 million, it's a big deal now. You know,
Right.
Avatar came back to theaters. I don't know fucking why. James Cameron just needs to release a second
He
one.
did.
Just stop trying to like covet the top spot. But it came back and people actually went to go see this movie and they gave it $20 million. Once again, becoming number one in the movie theaters. Like, come on. What?
I saw this quote that he said talking about Avatar 2, and he goes, "Well, I guess we'll just see if people show up for it." So I don't think that they're really thinking it's going to be a hit. I think too many years have passed and most people don't give a shit anymore. I don't even remember the movie. I remember
Yeah.
it's like Dances with Wolves.
It's like Pocahontas with aliens. It was good. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
hate it and stuff like that, you know, but he makes it seem like it was like fucking Star Wars or something. You know, it's not. It's not. It was
Yeah.
good. I'm interested in seeing the second one because it's gonna happen, and you've been talking about it for like over a decade, and he still has like two more in the books. You gotta
Yeah.
just drop these fucking movies, dude. But at the same time, give me the sequel of Alita.
Yes, please.
Come
That
on.
was on like today or yesterday. I'm like, please God, make another one of those because it was
Yes.
so good.
Alita was one of the best anime adapted, manga adapted movie, you know?
You know what was the worst?
Uh,
Full Metal Alchemist.
dude, I think so. There's two more, you know that, right?
Oh no, really?
Yeah, they made sequels to them. I'm gonna watch them
Oh my God.
because they exist. But I still am a firm believer that those people should be European.
European, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. Even when they did the original series, the movies that came after,
Mm-hmm.
they went to another dimension, which was our dimension, and they were in Europe.
There you go. Hey, leave her alone. No, no. Okay, wait, hold on. These cats are about to fucking duke it out. Go away. Go. I like to bother the female cat. And she just over there chilling
Aw.
with this little banana toy and biting the shit out of it, playing with it. She don't like to be. She don't like the other cat. She's like, leave me alone. I'm just like she likes to be with us humans. Yeah, but this big one over here is being little bitch. Anyways, there's two sequels to it. Yeah, they're on Netflix, and I'm gonna watch it. But I do believe like that's something where, you know, they should have been European. But whatever, you know, people are all for it. Like it came from Asia, so it must be. Why didn't anybody talk shit about Alita? Right? Isn't that from
Yeah.
Japan? Shouldn't Alita be an Asian character? But no, she's played by Latina.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves the movie, right?
It's fucking great.
Everybody seemed casted perfectly fine.
You
So
just need a bitch with big eyes.
she's so cute.
She's very cute, especially in the Chips movie.
Mm-hmm.
She had that ass.
That ass. Yeah! You know what I'm talking about?
That ass.
That ass. Hell yeah. Did we lose you guys? I don't know. I like to thank everybody for still listening to us. You guys are fantastic. The machine room wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Yes, and thank you for the new follower, Shadow Hunt Joker.
Yes. Shout out to Shadow Hunt Joker. You are fantastic. I need to have a soundboard. It's like busted, Mr. Fantastic. He's a
Yes.
whatever the fuck he says.
Nobody knows what he says.
Nobody knows. Not even him. I don't think he even knows what he said. Like I know what Snow said in Informer more than I know what the hell Shaggy
Oh,
said in his
damn.
songs.
Nobody knows the lyrics to Snow.
Oh boy, I know the lyrics to Imposter by Jim Carrey.
Oh, yes. That was funny. That and when he did Vanilla Ice.
Hell yeah.
Yo, let's kick it. And his shoe flies out.
Oh, here's a funny story. My shoe fell off of my foot yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was going to move an equipment from one gate to another at work. And when I walked, I took one step. I was like, I stepped on something, and my literal reaction was like, "What the fuck?" That's what I said. And then I fell down, and the foot that I stepped on, the shoe came right off, and
Oh my God.
I'm on the floor like cracking up. I tripped over a chalk, and I'm just there like cracking up. You know what the best thing to do? Like if you bust your shit, the best thing you can do is laugh at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that way it doesn't seem embarrassing. Plus, it's funny. It is funny as hell. So nobody's laughing at you, they're laughing with you. So that's what I did. I was on the ground laughing because number one, it was fucking hilarious to me. I mean, I literally said, "What the fuck?" And then it just fell down and it didn't hurt or anything. I just fell down and my shoe came off. But nobody saw me. Nobody,
Wow.
literally, everybody was minding, doing their own thing, working. Nobody saw what happened to me. But yeah,
Uh,
that's what happened.
This past weekend when I went camping, I fell twice. I fell once crossing the stream. I was trying to jump it, and my foot just didn't land right, and I just buckled and fucking fell on the rocks.
Ew, ow.
Yeah, it fucked my leg all up. And then another time, I was sitting next to the fire, and I had my little chihuahua in my arms, and I went to set him down, and I was downhill, and the whole chair and me and the dog just fucking rolled out.
Damn, you took the dog with you?
Yeah,
Damn, that's messed up. You should have
it
threw the
was
dog.
bad.
You should have threw the dog to like the couch, near
Can't
the couch
throw
or
the
something.
dog.
All right, you were in the woods. You should have threw the dog to the nearest bush or something.
There
Cut
was
things
no
off.
time.
There's no
When you're
time.
falling, that's all you can do.
No time to react. You're coming with me.
Well, tell people where they can find us.
You can find us at machineroompodcast.com. That's where you can find any source of everything Machine Room. But you also can listen to us anywhere podcasts can be heard. Feel free to listen to
Pretty much.
this episode and every episode before this if you want. Don't so much listen to like the beginning. It was rough times.
What we fell on our face a lot.
Oh man, for a long period of time. But yes, listen to us, share us. You know, if you think there's something interesting, it's like, hey, these guys are kind of cool to just hang out with and listen to. Listen to us while you're working. I know I do, and
I
I
do.
don't. You know, that's not us being conceited or anything like that. But it's just it's what we do. So don't judge us. It's our show. We can do
We
whatever we want.
we make the show that we want to listen to.
Exactly, and that's what I listen to at work. And you're free to watch us on YouTube at Real Machine Room. You can watch this episode whenever. I mean, visually, there's not much, you know, unless you
Just
want to,
some gifts.
yeah, unless you want to see our beautiful faces. But you know, it's an option. And yeah, we're here so far Thursday nights, unless otherwise, follow us on Twitter. Our names are right there. My handle is Nostradamus. Rachel is Hammer of Venus. And that's how you could keep up with us, especially if you
Yeah.
follow us at the Real Machine Room on Twitter. And yeah, we'll keep you in the loop. Always know that if something big happens in the geek world or any other such things, we will be here to just talk it out like two friends, and we want you guys to join our family and always be here and part of the discussion. And remember, the discussion just doesn't have to fall right in this chat room live. It can fall right on Twitter, at us, anything like that, or on YouTube on the bottom. That comment section, I can't even speak. That comment section is
There you
free
go.
for you to put anything on there. Just don't be a dick about it.
And no racist shit.
No
We'll
racist
block
shit.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give a shit. I'll just let you go on, and I won't really acknowledge you, and then have other people talk shit to you for me. That's the way to go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging with us. It's always a pleasure to see you. And remember, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of the room. Peace out, everybody. Say bye, Rachel.
Bye, Rachel.
That was funny. She's hilarious. She gets the wrench. Sure. Machine Room Podcast was recorded in front of people on their computers. Pretty much. That's the live studio audience. Anyways, go watch Daredevil Director's Cut with Coolio. Quit being a bitch.